son comes up and says, "Daddy, Daddy, wasn't the music enough?" He's like thinking like that, and the father says, "Music is a moment, but your life is an awfully long time. And when you're in that moment, when it's really happening, you're connected to everything, the stars, the sky, and everything."
We share that love of exploring ideas. I think that's the main thing that keeps us together.
That and just the people that are around it, that support us. The good people that are nearby kind of sharing that experience. It's definitely helped keep it going. You know?
It gives us an identity. And I also think it's recognizing that we're playing with very excellent musicians. And I think that's rare. I think we all realize that we're in a situation where basically anything we think up can be realized and then some.
Okay, well, we're all destitute and the only thing we have going is this to make money, or somebody will be like totally stoked on just being in this band for its divergent personalities and influences, and it's a celebration of diversity in so many ways. And then just the feeling you get when you make music, when you perform it, or even when you've made a tape that you're proud of.
Typical month at home in the Bay Area, say we played 10 gigs, we're averaging in the neighborhood of $4,000 to $10,000 a month. Major expenses are van payment, insurance, general repair money, Visa card, 20% plus expenses to the management, and 10% to booking. It looks like we're making on average about $250 a month per person. But recently we've started divvying up more money actually at the gigs, even if it's something token, which it pretty much always is.
I mean, there's been maybe 3 months where we didn't get paid anything other than just food from the band. So there's no security in how much we're getting paid right now. None at all. Just security, and that we'll keep on doing it, hopefully.
My dreams for Matthew have come very much true. I guess I didn't dream of a musical career particularly, because we all know that hasn't been a lucrative one. I think he has a lot of talent and a drive to produce his music, to give it to people, helping them express what they're thinking and feeling through your own production of music.
I feel like the Snow and Ice thing is one that we need to talk about again before we perform it.
Because right now, using the bridge to go into the chorus, that part's murky for me, the bridge and the chorus, because they sound so similar in a way.
If we push it, it will stop doing that. Especially if you just knew that was bong down instead of bound down.
Right. Well, I can hear the difference. I think I'd like to hear it go straight into the chorus. So it's like,
right. Well, what I was really hearing was if the guitars did fill up that space, and then just kept pushing until the chorus, and the guitars are still happening, and the vocals are all over the top, and then we just pull the rug out to the acapella, and then slam back into, you sneak right in. I think it'd be nice to develop something other than what I'm playing. So I think usually it seems like no matter where I go on the stage, I'm filling up that whole thing and that riff is happening, so you can develop lines around it harmonically instead of, even if you play the same rhythm, I do play other riffs.
The chorus?
All those riffs.
Yeah, I've been experimenting doing different things every time. And that's one of the reasons I want to practice this tune, because I don't have a voice in this tune right now. So it'd be nice for me to develop something that I can contribute to the song.
Could have been, frozen ice, dead though, just dead though. Is that 8 beats?
Could have been is one beat. Could have been. Being again.
Right. Sure, let's try it.
5 beaten eggs.
5 eggs you're whipping up real good with some Tabasco and Worcestershire.
Yeah, it's because they're friends, you know.
Is this them?
Yes. It's them.
Oh, he's got a key.
He's got keys?
We're sitting in the van.
He's got keys.
He's got the
Beating up
key.
the windows.
There's no rules, there's no boundaries, really. I don't feel like there's anything I can't, propose to Chris, Mike, and Shelley to try something. Anything new is usually exciting to everybody.
Something like modes of transportation that I had worked out all the guitar parts that I play maybe a year before, and finally was coming to a point where I put them all together in a certain way and said to everybody, hey, come up with something.
Will you be where you want to be in my life? You see, you look at me, you think I might be crazy. I can't feel how you pull away. You see, you talk to yourself, you feel you lie to yourself, and you believe every word you say. Will your limo take us to the show? Can we ride high where we want to go? Where we want to.
I'd grown up on jazz, and then my brothers turned me on to rock and roll.
Anywhere we want to go.
I was sitting there listening to the acoustic guitar entry of Crazy on You. I go, wow, that's really cool. I'd like to be able to do that. And I said to my mom, hey mom, I want to learn how to play guitar. And she was going out with this guy at the time who happened to have a spare guitar lying around. And I got it like the next day, and from then on I started teaching myself how to play.
Here it comes. Looks like Dave went all the way around Ballard. Perfect. Jesus, that's perfect.
my first girlfriend, and that was also my first like long committed relationship with anybody. I think things would have been a lot different had I not been committed. Being in a band is being married to 4 people, whether or not you consummate it.
Just being gone in itself is frustrating as a couple, because constantly going through this process of reacquainting ourselves with each other. But it's my time to do my thing with music. We both know what we have together. I think in the long run and the way we feel about each other, it makes sense. As far as my mom went, she bought me my first electric guitar. That was great. That was a very exciting moment. Bringing it home, I didn't have a case. I remember bringing it home in the front of the car and just like going home and plugging it in. I think I was 12. And just, you know, disappearing for weeks, you know, just fascinated as.
School, what am I going to study? And I didn't even think about studying music. I didn't even think that it was an option. If I went to school, it would be something practical. And so I studied business right off. It was about a year after that in college where I realized that whether it was performance or not, I really had to do music.
If we don't have a friend's house, so we're crashing on their floor, we're staying in a hotel that we don't know yet because no one's reserving it for us in advance. I mean, not knowing where you're going to sleep takes up a lot of energy and causes stress.
Is there another hotel right around here? They have the little sign that says vacancy.
Okay, not really.
I think you should sleep in a bed tonight.
We're being up there. I'll take the van unless you and Jody want it. Let it be a place where no matter who got up when, unless we're taking the van, I can just...
What's the other one we have? Creeping along, couldn't go much faster. The other cars say, see the trailerless pass. The guy at the shop said the work is done. Now our average speed is about 31. We're the slow guys in the slow lane. We're the slow guys in the slow lane. We're the slow guys. This is my basic concert electric rig. This is a 1977 Stratocaster blonde hardtail bridge. Has a replacement pickup here, which is I think it's a DiMarzio stacked humbucker. Played at pretty much every gig that Jamie's ever played. Had a couple other guitars here and there that I've used, but this one remains my golden Stratocaster.
I got a little trio over here. I'm really into trios. Cowbell, frying pan.
I got this bass, brand spanking new. It's the only bass that I use. My mom bought it for me. I don't know how pleased my dad was that my mom bought me such an expensive instrument, but I think he hasn't regretted it since I'm making my living with it, or trying to now. And I got it when I was 15. I'm 29 now. I've had the bass for quite a long time, and I replaced a lot of the parts, but it does what I need.
Let's see, I have these 3 guitars here that have all, I'm very fortunate to have. Basically because every one of them is beyond my means financially. Ken Kesey gave me this guitar. He'd had it, someone had given it to him, and he isn't particularly a guitar player, and thought that me and the guitar would make friends, and we did, and we have, and that's where it's been, that's where it's going.
They call the wind starvation. Come on, folks.
I got some things of that twister thing that you guys do, the overture stuff, just beautiful stuff. You ever want a place to go woodshed, as they used to say. I got my place over the coast, and they got a nice big empty room. The front of it looks right over the ocean. It's 15 feet from a big cliff. It's really good just to go over there on a weekend and play to the ocean.
This is the best show going on in the hemisphere. It is the best New Year's show you could possibly hope for. It's musical history in the making. Like the finest band that we could possibly come to see on New Year's Eve is playing here at this small venue, and we're all lucky enough to see it.
It's different. That's why I like it. It's a different sound. It's the kind of thing you have to see to really understand, or hear, I should say, to understand.
I just knew I'd have to be here.
And I will not stand further in the way of said celebration, and I bring you now, also known as Jambay, the Lazy Porch Dogs. Let's hear it.
Soon I stand, look around. Sharp waves from my landing echo far and wide, shaking dust from my wings and massaging my elbows, stepping forward into delicious dawn. Whoa. Back in yesterday's place, the hunter rages on, but for me it's just all a memory. 'Cause it's hard to feel chased when you push yourself further than the dogs dare believe they can go. Whoa. Cast my gaze down like bait below me, in hopes of watching lovers' eyes enticing new friends. Come to share with me all that I'll see today.
You know, through his guitar, he can express just about any idiom musically that you can come up with, just like that. Chris is so fluent in so many different ways of getting around his instrument. So I'd have to start off by saying that he's an amazing musician. Mike is a very intuitive musician. He's also very, he's playing a progression. He knows what the progression is. He knows the theory behind the progression. He knows why that progression sounds the way it does. I've been on stage with some really incredible musicians, but I can seriously say that I've never ever played with or heard a better drummer than Matt, ever.
Hot cookies, hot cookies, hot cookies. What does 96 have in store for you? What does 96 have in store for you?
One time I was working construction, I was late for work, and this guy took a 2x4 when I got there.
Right.
And he just took a full swing and it's like, whack!
Wow, what a
right
blast!
across the side of my head.
That was good though.
It felt kind of good,
Right.
but it wasn't nearly as good as playing.
You know what?
I got my finger cut in the meat slicer round table.
Really?
That was fun, but
That was probably much better than that.
Much better. Good times were had when my hands got slammed in that sliding VW door, but it wasn't as fun as this.
When I swallowed all that borax and all that chlorine, you know, that one time, you know, it came out colorful and shit.
You were puking and you
Yeah.
swelled up.
You know, it was very colorful.
It was fun.
It was artistic too.